Hello, guys. What is up? I'm back. I mean, I'm still going on this several hour thing as we go into the next episode. Because I feel like, recruiting companions is going to be important. And I want to get that in as the episodes before we get through all the kind of tedious side quests that don't really seem that important to me.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, your worship. That's a relief. The
It's no
soldiers didn't
problem.
have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
This might interest you, sir.
That's a dragon! Well, then, that answers
is
my
it?
question.
This may be worthwhile.
But when you think about it, there's actually been dragons all through games, because there was like a couple dragons in the base game of Origins. Then in the DLC, there was at least the one dragon, because there's an electrical dragon in the swamps. I forget which DLC that was. Then there was like, there's been dragons. Poke. And more just keep on coming. We did it! We did it!
Chargers!
Yeah.
Stand down! Prim! How'd we do?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief. No dead.
That's what I like to hear. Let the throat cutters finish up, then break out the casks. So, you're with the Inquisition, huh? Glad you can make it. Come on, have a seat. Drinks are coming.
Iron Bull, I presume.
Yeah, the horns usually give it away.
Not really.
I assume you remember Cremisius Aclassi, my lieutenant.
Good to see you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have him check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least a bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you Canary, right?
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
I'm not even gonna ask how expensive because, that money's not coming out of my pockets, so not my issue.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline bodyguard. I'm your man. Whatever it is. Demons? Dragons?
Speaking
The bigger the better.
Speaking of
And
which,
there's one other thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben Hasra?
yeah, I think Dragon Age 2, the whole Kunari
They're a
thing.
Kunari organization, right? The equivalent of their guards and city watch.
I'd go closer to spies. But yeah, that's them. Or, well, us. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasrath agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
Why?
You're a Kunari spy, and you just told me.
Whatever happened at that conclave thing, it's bad. Someone needs to get that breach closed. So whatever I am, I'm on your side.
You still could have hidden what you are.
From something called the Inquisition. I'd have been tipped sooner or later. Better you hear it right up front from me.
What would you send home in these reports of yours?
Enough to keep my superiors happy. Nothing that'll compromise your operations. The Kunari want to know if they need to launch an invasion to stop the whole damn world from falling apart. You let me send word of what you're doing, it'll put some minds at ease. That's good for everyone.
What's in these Ben Hasrath reports you're offering to share?
Enemy movements, suspicious activity, intriguing gossip. It's a bit of everything. Alone they're not much, but if your spy master is worth a damn, she'll put him to good use.
She?
I did a little research. Plus, I've always had a weakness for redheads.
Hired!
All right, you're in.
Excellent. Prem, tell the men to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
What about the casks, Chief? We just opened them up with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tervinter, right? Try blood magic. We'll meet you back at Haven.
He was using a double weapon, so... He seemed like a heavier damage person, so I'm not... Varric has good range, but I'm not sure if we need as much range anymore. We can use Solus for right now. Pretty sure it showed the level up symbol, I think, on him. Yes, it did. Okay, so it's just sitting. I'm not sure about this area, so I think I'm gonna head on back. Well, actually what I'm doing, I could just go to quick map. Let's go to here first. Fancy.
Lord Trevelyan of Ostwick, representing the Inquisition.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer, or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Madame de Fer.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
I've heard very little about Duc Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the civil war. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Okay, so there's.
What have you
civil
heard
war.
about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously.
Bitch.
Everyone
Say
knows
what?
it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
That's not true. I'm just searching for Divine Justinia's killer.
Of course you are. I'm sure your army is out scouring the hills for her murderer as we speak. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and
Bitch,
answer
you're gonna
the
be
charges.
dead. I'm gonna kill your ass. Oh.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests.
I assume you must be.
You know
Vivian?
such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
I'm not gonna kill him just for that. I mean,
I think the Marquis has seen the error of his ways.
By the grace of Andraste, you have your life, my dear. Do be more careful with it. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first Enchanter of Montsimard and Enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout. Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last.
Yikes.
And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
Your salon has certainly exceeded my expectations so far.
I'm glad to keep you entertained, my dear. I wanted to meet face to face. It is important to consider one's connections carefully. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Sure.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
Oh, that was it? Wow, that was, well, remarkably short compared to, like, Iron Balls, which came with an actual fight. Just some dialogue. Alright, so that means I need to pick up the Friends of Ren Jenny person. Oh.
They've got good form. Cullen's putting his Templar training to good use.
Did Cullen tell you he was a Templar? He's not wearing the armor.
He didn't have to. Might not be a Templar shield, but it's a Templar holding it. He angles the shield just a bit down. Helps direct fire or acid away, so it doesn't spray right into your face. Kanari learned the same thing when we trained to fight Tevinter mages. Your Templar's doing good work.
You could always help.
You sound like you want to head down there and give the troops some pointers.
Nah, I'm no good at command unless I know who my guys are sleeping with and what they like to drink. Inquisition's already too large for that. The charges are big enough for me. Biggest problem for the Inquisition right now isn't on the front line. It's at the top. You've got no leader, no Inquisitor.
Yeah.
And maybe we need one. I'd be willing.
You? Huh. Why you?
Nobody else seems to be stepping forward, and since I can seal rifts, I'm here whether I like it or not. If it proved necessary to have an Inquisitor, I could make a go of it.
For a second there, you sounded like a Canary. My people don't pick leaders from the strongest, or the smartest, or even the most talented. We pick the ones willing to make the hard decisions, and live with the consequences. Who knows? Maybe you sealed the breach. The Chantry gets off its ass and all those soldiers go home and get fat.
You think?
It could happen. It won't, but it could.
You're using
What
those
can
to
I do for you?
I'd like to know more about your work with the Ben Hasrath.
Ben Hasrath is actually a general term. You've got the secret police who investigate problems inside our territory. You've got the re-educators who take people with problems and fix their minds. Or make them disappear. And then you've got the spies.
How do the re-educators work?
Well, I only know the basics. Wasn't my area. That said, keep a man awake long enough. Ask the right questions, give the right potions, and you can get him to say anything. You don't need blood magic or demons to change someone's mind. We're a lot more fragile than we'd like to believe.
You can alter
yes.
someone's beliefs that easily.
One of my friends was a re-educator. He said that every memory is like the page of a book. When you examine a memory, you're turning to that page, and when you're there, the page is laid bare. Write a few notes in the margins of the page, erase a word here and there, and your whole outlook changes. Always felt a little weird reading after that conversation.
The re-educators sound horrible.
Yeah, they probably do. Here's the thing, though. What happens in Orlais when you commit a crime or betray a lord? They just lop your head off. At least the Canari try to fix you.
None of those sound exactly like you.
Yeah, I was a special case. They sent me to Saharan because they needed someone who could fight and hunt down problems. That whole island was a sack of cats. Incursions from Tevinter, Tal Vashath, and native rebels fighting both sides. And in the middle, me, trying to wrangle the rebels and restore order.
You seem like the type who enjoys a good fight.
There's a good fight, and there's finding out who put rat poison in the bread and killed a bunch of children. I hunted down a lot of rebels. Lost a lot of friends to the Vince, or the Fog Warriors, or the Tal Vashath. One day I woke up and couldn't think of a damned reason to keep doing my job. Turned myself into the re-educators.
Obviously, you made it out alive.
I wasn't sure I would, but I honestly didn't care at that point. I just couldn't keep fighting that fight. The Ben Hasrath ordered me to go to Orlais, ostensibly as a Tal Vashath, and work undercover. That's how I ended up here.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I'm glad you're here, Bull.
Me too.
If you ever need to talk more about all this, let me know.
Nah, it was a long time ago. Thanks, though. Can I help you?
I'd like to know more about the Kunari.
You writing a book?
Don't judge me.
It's your culture, and I'd like to know you better.
You could just ask.
I am.
All right. What do you want to know?
How do the Kunari rule themselves?
It's pretty simple. We've got the matriarchy, the priesthood, and the military. The priesthood figures out how Kunari should live in theory. The matriarchy makes it work in practice. And the military keeps the Kunari safe from outside threats.
Does it actually work like that? Is there much infighting?
Not like you're thinking of. People disagree, yeah, but the priests are there to solve disagreements. Here in Olay, politicking comes from people putting their own gain ahead of the gains of society. If you do that among the Kunari, the Ben Hasrath set you straight. Or kill you.
Yikes.
How is everyday life different for Kunari?
Depends on your job, I guess. Some are just about the same. A baker in Val Royeaux gets up, gets dressed, and starts work. A baker in Parvolan does the same thing. They don't care about the Empire or the Cube. Mostly they worry about breaking eggs and hope the dough rises right.
It can't be exactly the same. The Kunari have no personal freedoms.
How many personal freedoms do you figure that baker in Val Royeaux has? Life isn't about freedom. The baker in Parvolan wonders if she'll be given enough eggs to do her work. Will they come on time? Will the kitchen workers get her bread while it's fresh, or will they come late and blame her 'cause it's stale? Same crap in Val Royeaux. People are just people.
People are just people.
Do you ever think about what would happen if the Kunari conquered Orlais or Ferelden?
Some folks, like Cassandra or Cullen, would do fine if they didn't die fighting. Those two love rules. But the mages... Can you imagine Solus trying his fade dreaming under the Cune? Or Vivian doing her political bullshit? Varric's tall tales would land him in a re-education prison, drugged until his mind broke. So, to answer your question, no, I don't think about it much at all.
They're gay, I mean, that's just...
What's it like growing up under the Cune?
The Tamasrans raise us in these units of kids all our own age. They're like teachers, or chantry sisters. They also help figure out what jobs we should do. They had me pegged for military work early on. When they learned I could hit stuff and lie, they started training me for the Ben Hasrath.
Must have been a good day for you.
Yes, it's like being a block of stone with a sculptor working on you. One day, the last of the crap gets knocked off, and you can see your real shape. What you're supposed to be. That's a good day.
Now for the final one.
I heard there's no marriage among the Kunari.
Yeah, that's true. Kunari love our friends like anyone does, but we don't have sex with them.
Kunari don't have sex.
Oh, we definitely have sex. They're Tamasrans who pop your cork whenever you need it.
Seriously?
Yes. It's not a big deal like it is here. It's like, I don't know, going to see a healer. Sometimes it's this long, involved thing. It takes all day, leaves you walking funny. Other times you're in and out in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you next week.
So you've never
Don't
really
judge
made
me.
love? Connected with someone in both body and soul?
I don't know. One time they used this thing called the Sato Nerapan. It's a leather-wrapped rod on a harness. That wasn't really my soul, though. Also, there were more than 2 people.
Huh.
The word Kunari, is that the race or the religion?
Both. Kind of. The humans and elves who follow the Cune are the Vidathari. The Kunari who break away from the Cune are Talvasha, deserters.
What about Kunari who existed before the Cune?
The people we came from. They're called the Kasith, but we don't use that word for the race. We came south to Thedas because the Kasith were... I don't know. We had to leave. The stories aren't clear. But I don't expect they look much like us. Whatever they
The
are.
Kasith. That's
See you later, Bull.
See ya.
Alright.
What can I do for you?
I'd like to know more about the Iron Bull.
The chief. First time I met him, he saved my life. I never thought I'd work for a Canary, but he grows on you. He's not like any commander I've ever worked for. That's for damn sure.
How's Iron Bull as a commander?
If you know what you're doing and hold up your end, he's easy. He doesn't accept any less. If he keeps us alive, he leads from the front, and if you've an idea that'll win the fight, he listens. I've seen bands whose captains had to prove they were swinging the biggest sword. Bull isn't like that. The Chargers might give him more lip than you'd expect, but every one of us would lay down our lives for the big ass.
How did a Tevinter soldier wind up in a Canary spy's mercenary company?
I wasn't a soldier at the time. I was in some trouble, trying to flee to Winter. A Tribune and his men caught me in a border town tavern. They meant to make an example of me. Bull killed them. Gave up his eye doing it. Patched me up and asked if I was looking for work. I've been putting up with his jokes ever since.
That's how he lost the eye.
Yes. The guards had me on the tavern floor when Bull came inside and yelled for them to stop. One of them saw trouble coming and figured he'd finish me off. The guard had a flare. Bull put himself between me and the blow. Big-horned idiot. Didn't even know me.
Is it strange to work for Kunari?
He hasn't tried to convert us to the Qun, if that's what you're asking. Bull's charges don't care who you light a candle for, so long as your shield stays up. If he hadn't told me he was Ben Hasrath, I'd have thought he'd left that life behind.
I didn't expect he'd tell you all that he was a spy.
Not the whole band, but those who've been around long enough to trust. He figures most of us would find out sooner or later, and it should come from him. Eyes to eye, he says. He's never messed up a job. He just writes letters back home. Lots of the boys write letters back home.
We'll talk later.
I wonder, does that open up any options for you?
Can I help you?
Oh, I guess I never got to
So
ask
how did
that.
you get the name Iron Bull?
I picked it. We don't have names under the queue. Just, I don't know. Job descriptions, I guess. When I came to Orlais, I chose the Iron Bull for myself.
Why is that name?
Why specifically Iron Bull?
This may surprise you, but I really like hitting things.
God.
Also, it's the Iron Bull, technically. I like having an article at the front. It makes it sound like I'm not even a person, just a mindless weapon. An implement of destruction. That really works for me.
See you later, Bull.
See ya.
Yeah. Anyways. And here it is again. I know I shouldn't check, but it's just, I have this nagging feeling like if I don't check it and it turns out that it's,
You need anything here?
it actually has something. I'm gonna be so mad. What's what Barrick thinks of Iron Bull? If there's not
Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Oh, I guess I have
Thanks,
nothing
Varric.
for you.
No problem.
Do, 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 do.
That mercenary band that joined the Inquisition, the Bull's Chargers, they've got a healer of their own. He showed me some tricks. Got a demon claw wound to stop festering faster than I'd ever seen.
I've heard good things about the Chargers. Polite and respectful they are.
Everyone's respectful around us. Never know when they might need their guts shoved back in.
I mean, that's true now. And who's over here now? Vivian.
I met an elven mage earlier. Solus, I believe he was called. I admit I was surprised. I didn't expect to find mages among the Inquisition. Tell me, why were you at the Divine Conclave?
The rebels are apostates. Chaos harms everyone. Justice is all that matters. Mages should be free. Honestly, even though the mages kind of like made a big deal about it, the circle's kind of like, yes, circle wasn't perfect, but you know, when the circle existed, it was better.
The Circle had plenty of problems, but it's an institution we sorely need.
I wish more people understood the truth of this. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost.
Yeah.
Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
That's why you wanted to be here. To have a hand in deciding that fate.
Wouldn't you? For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
Once this is over, the task of speaking for the Maker will be the Chantry's problem again.
That's reassuring to hear. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
No problem, but I got a lot of approval just from that one conversation.
A learned child is a blessing
do
upon
you
his
need
I
help?
don't know if Apothecary can get you that many healing drafts.
Farewell,
Sweet
revered mother.
Until next time.
Do you need to talk to me, Josephine?
If you're not used.
Good day to you.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies.
Okay.
We must aim for them. We'll speak later, then.
Nothing new. I didn't want to hear her say the same thing, but I heard her earlier.
Did you see the message I sent? Yes, thank you.
More money! Okay, the watchtower's been built. What level do we have? Oh, okay, so we actually need more power for that anyways.
All right.
I don't think the Josephine thing would work here, because I'm like...
At your
I'll leave
service.
this in your hand. Alright, with that out of the way... Wait. That's right. Alright, so... I got what I need done at the war table. Now I can just teleport all around. But first I'm going to go visit... the Friends of Red Jenny. Because I was actually looking at the map for that. I was like, where are they? I'll take Vivi out for a spin. Wait. Because I don't know actually if the order of the companions actually means something. Because sometimes in the other games they do matter. Who you brought with you? Let's try this comp. I have no idea how it's going to turn out or if I should have brought Cassandra. Because now we have at least 2 ranged characters and 2 melee characters.
It's the Inquisition's herald!
I know who I work for, at least.
Well, that attack. Oh, okay. Oh. Perhaps I should level you up. Because I realized, I was like, wait a second. She probably is like base level. Okay, so she has a lot of ice abilities. She has at least shield. What's Solus going into? Lightning and ice. So we have more chances of shattering them. Actually, maybe I should check the inventory, because... I can do that for the flanking blade. Okay, so he's not high enough level for that. This is better armor for him. Yes, it is. Oh, huh. He gives him more health, but... Oh, there's a helmet thing for him. He doesn't have one, so it's better that he has it. What's your armor? Okay, you have... I still have like a crappy helmet. At least I think it's somewhat crappy. Alright, there's not much... Oh, I have... Who's this for? Oh, it's for Varric. Oh, warrior, huh? You seem to be a bit weaker.
Herald of Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're kind of plain, really. All that talk, and then you're just a person. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Sure,
Yeah.
why not? I glow. What's going on?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
I'm sorry. What?
Why didn't you take their weapons?
Because no breaches.
Oh. You guys didn't see me miss all that, like... Oh.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I used them to help you. Plus arrows.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their...
I get
Look,
it.
do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
Sure.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
You are certainly a strange one. That's for sure. So you're an archer. I don't know. I like this count because they both actually provide shields, but too many breaches. Inquisition needs bees. Okay then. Ugh, do I even want to look at that? I've already been to Valdoil. I need to do that, but I also need to head to the hinterlands because we've got a lot of things to do there. Where do we even need to go? Okay, Hushed Whispers. I can't remember. I think this is the one that's a side path that goes up to like a dragon. Because I thought I heard a roar earlier. Or was that... No. I'm thinking of Storm Ghost. I don't know why I was thinking dragon. It might just be easier to just head here and then head up to Redcliffe. The city, at least. My sleep out of mind is getting to me because it's 4:20 in the morning here. So I'm probably going to get to Redcliffe, try to get whatever initially needs to be done.
Nothing to report, sir.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to have to head the long way. Could always use more iron. Oh yeah, I have a mount.
Yeah!
Yeah. Ride like the wind. Alright. I want to grab one. Dragstone. I'm pretty sure that makes like the fire stuff. What's over here. Oh yeah, it's a shard thing. I'm trying to get brothers. Alright, first. No, you don't. You're gonna die here. Probably overkill, but. Oh, Alfred. I do enjoy. No! Let me climb up! God, I'm always so nervous. Oh, enemy. God, I'm just getting super. We just like kind of chain freeze throws them, and it worked out really well. Oh, more of them. Oh, hi. Sigil the Chevalier, or however you pronounce it. I thought it was aware. I thought it was actually closer than this. Hey, Fennec. Ah, there it is. Well, a gate at least.
Redcliffe Village should be just ahead.
I want a constant watch on that damned thing. Sound the alarm at the first sign of demons. Turn back. We can't open the gate until the threat has passed.
I was actually curious what that was, but so is it like somehow... I split up over there, so does that mean... faster. Is it like the haste and slow spells, kinda?
What was that?
None of my reports indicated temporal distortions near these rifts. Interesting.
There are many mages in Redcliffe. Maybe Fiona will know what's going on.
Make her have mercy. It's over. Open the gates.
Yeah, that's confusing. So temporal manipulations.
We spread word the Inquisition was coming. But you should know that no one here was expecting us.
No one? Not even Grand Enchanter Fiona?
If she was, she hasn't told anyone. We've arranged use of the tavern for the negotiations.
Agents of the Inquisition, my apologies. Magister Alexius is in charge now, but hasn't yet arrived. He's expected shortly. You can speak with the former Grand Enchanter in the meantime.
Huh? This raises some
The veil
questions.
is weaker here than in Haven. And not merely weak, but altered in a way I have not seen.
We must speak with Fiona at once.
It sounded like who's like it sounded like they were just yelling something banana. Who's the banana or no? Who's banana? Who's banana? Oh, it just seemed really funny to me at the time. Question mark. What's this? Damn. What's that perk? Oh. I claim this property as mine. We're running low on time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and run on up here. Okay, apparently that means we're getting into a cutscene. I assume we're meeting... Well, yeah, we're meeting with Fiona.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. First Enchanter Vivienne?
My dear Fiona, it's been so long since we last spoke. You look dreadful. Are you sleeping well?
What has brought you to Redcliffe?
You invited me here.
We're here because of your invitation back in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
If it wasn't you who invited me here, who was it?
I don't know. Now that you say it, I feel strange. Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
This right here is why you can't trust mages.
Fiona, dear, your dementia is showing.
I understand that you are afraid, but you deserve better than slavery to Tevinter.
As one indentured to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
What about the giant hole in the veil that's spewing demons everywhere? You're just gonna pretend it isn't there?
I am not forgetting the breach, but we can only fight one war at a time. The Templar threat was immediate. If we live, we can worry about the torn veil.
Oh, no you can't, you'll die.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
Yeah, where is the Arl?
I haven't
That's
seen
the
any
name,
sign
Arl.
of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village. There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
This is a long way from home.
You're quite a long way from Tevinter, Alexius.
Indeed I am, though I have heard you are no Ferelden either. It seems we are both strangers here. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be. Felix.
My lord, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Jeez.
Are you all right?
No, I guess
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time.
So he's sick.
Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Well, Iron, this is a trap.
The Magister's son dropped that. Be cautious, Inquisitor. Family name is everything in Tevinter.
There's no telling who or what will be waiting for us in that Chantry.
We have found more questions than answers so far, my dear.
I leveled up! Should I keep going down this path and... Or should I go with... I can start trying to upgrade things. You know what? I actually want that, because being able to go invisible right after I do that attack seems pretty useful. Because it's poke, 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 I'm out. Poke, 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 I'm out. Alright, we're just gonna extend this a bit longer. We're going to head to the Chantry. This is Redcliffe. Was it always like this? Because I can remember it was different. Like, I'll have to get a better look once I head it. Once the loading screen's over. Okay. Well, there's the windmill across the sea. Well, I mean, lake,
From
not
the
sea.
Inquisition. Take care.
I could have sworn it was on a bigger hill, though.
Welcome back.
Oh, that's probably the one I'm thinking of. Because I remember there was like a secret passage or whatever where you go over to that when you first have to sneak in. Some of the places are messed up. So I guess the Chantry got moved because it certainly wasn't here.
But there are apostates outside the city fighting the
At least in the first game. But then again, it's supposed to have been like years. Actually, it's supposed to be what, like at least 10 years since the first game? Because I know I think it is? Or I'm not sure how much time. I know it's been years though. Now let's see if this is a trap or not.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
Oh. I managed to ask nicely.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly?
I don't know, I just...
You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Yeah.
Who are you? Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Watch yourself. The pretty ones are always the worst.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
Wow!
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor. Meaning he's not any longer, not for some time. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note.
Yeah.
Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
He arranged it so he could arrive here just after the Divine died.
You catch on quick.
That is fascinating if true, and almost certainly dangerous.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe.
That's bad.
The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
That's
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
I'm flattered.
All this for me. And I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those. You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Yeah, I've got to agree with Felix on that. Okay then. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. So, I'll talk to you guys later.